Step inside an AI data center. Racks glowing, liquid pumping, meters spinning. This is why Stargate costs $500 billion, and why AI now eats power on a scale no computer ever did. This isn't abstract. In 2025, US residential electricity prices jumped 7.1%. That's more than double inflation as data center demand grew. One Virginia resident's bill reportedly spiked to $281 in January 2026, from about $100 the month before. Start with one rack. An NVIDIA GB200 NVL72 packs 72 GPUs into a single cabinet. At full load, it draws about 120 kilowatts. Here's the shock. A rack was traditionally built for just 3 to 10 kilowatts. That's the jump. One cabinet now pulls the power of a small neighborhood. This single rack leap is the root of the whole problem. Multiply 120 kilowatts across thousands of racks, and you see where the gigawatts come from. The chips got hungrier faster than anything around them could keep up. Now the heat. All that power turns into warmth fast. AI GPU racks run 3 to 4 times hotter than the highest air cooling standard allows. Fans can't move it. So the industry switched to direct liquid cooling. Cold fluid runs right across the chips. It's no longer optional. It's a physical requirement. And cooling isn't cheap power. In normal weather, keeping these machines cold can eat up to 40% of a data center's electricity. Nearly half the power just keeps the machines from melting. Before a single answer is served, the cooling bill has already started. This is why Stargate is enormous. OpenAI's Stargate is a 10-gigawatt, $500 billion buildout. By late 2025, cumulative investment had already topped $400 billion. Its 7 US sites add up to over 9 gigawatts of planned capacity. Picture that. That's comparable to the peak power demand of New York City. Not a building, a city's worth of electricity dedicated to running AI. So where does $500 billion go? Not mostly into chips. It goes into power at city scale. The wires, the substations, the generators. The dollars follow the watts. And Stargate is just one project. Goldman Sachs forecasts US data center power demand more than doubling to 66 gigawatts in 2027, from 31 gigawatts in 2025. That covers the scale. Now the share. Data centers were about 4% of all US power demand. By 2030, that's expected to reach 9%. Think about that jump. Nearly 1 in 10 of the nation's electrons could be feeding servers. The grid was built over a century for homes and factories. AI compute is now rewiring where power flows. And that raises a hard question. Who keeps that grid from buckling? So how are companies trying to solve it? 4 levers. First, build your own power. Oracle and OpenAI's Texas Stargate site is designed to run off the grid. It uses 210 gas generators, 700 megawatts on site. That skips a grid wait of up to 5 years. But it burns fossil fuel locally and does nothing for neighbors' bills. Second, go nuclear. Microsoft is reopening a 3-mile island reactor. Amazon contracted 1.9 gigawatts through 2042. The catch: most reactors won't connect until the 2030s. Third, pledges. In March 2026, per Consumer Reports, executives signed a non-binding White House ratepayer protection pledge. But non-binding means no enforcement. And fourth, emergency measures. During a 2026 heatwave, grid operator PJM asked to force data centers onto backup generators within 15 minutes. That protects the grid but adds no capacity. So here's the whole picture. The $500 billion is the price of one shift. Cram 120 kilowatt racks that need liquid cooling into campuses the size of cities. Do that and Stargate's 10 gigawatts is simply what the math demands. That's the answer to the promise. This is why AI needs gigawatts and $500 billion buildouts. But every one of those watts is a trade-off. More compute means a more strained grid, and so far higher household bills. The chips got hungry. The grid and the people paying for it are still catching up. This is the kind of breakdown I publish here. One technology opened up, layer by layer, in about 5 minutes. I break one of these down every day. Subscribe and the next one finds you. This is the kind of breakdown I publish here. One technology opened up, layer by layer, in about 5 minutes. I break one of these down every day. Subscribe and the next one finds you.